Okay guys, so what I'm here to talk about today is some NBA news, and it was just announced that the Indiana Pacers have acquired Evan Turner and Lavoy in exchange for Danny Granger. Now, in my opinion, this was a great move by the Indiana Pacers, because this puts them as favorites to reach the NBA Finals coming out of the Eastern Conference. But more importantly, this move doesn't only affect this season, in my opinion, but it also affects the off-season and next season for the Indiana Pacers. Because with this move that the Indiana Pacers have made, it increases the possibility that they're not going to re-sign Stephenson, which I'm okay with, because I think Stephenson has the stats that he has because of the players around him, and he's not worth $10 million. But getting back to this season, I think this helps the Indiana Pacers tremendously. Because even though the Indiana Pacers are 41-13, they're the first seed in the Eastern Conference, the Indiana Pacers have struggled scoring the basketball, as they're 20th in the NBA in points per game, averaging 98.6. More specifically, their weakest area in terms of scoring is the bench, because their leading scorer coming off the bench is Scorer. And now with the acquisition of Evan Turner, you can either move George Hill to the bench for the rest of this year and start Lance Stephenson at the point guard and Evan Turner at the 2, or you could just bring Evan Turner off the bench. Now, Evan Turner, what he brings to the Indiana Pacers is a guy who likes to attack the basket and shoot the mid-range. This year he's averaging 17.4 points per game with 6 rebounds. He's shooting 45.5% from inside the arc, while only shooting 28.8% from beyond the arc. What it also does for the Indiana Pacers is it can give Lance Stephenson more rest to be able to even make more plays for them down the stretch, because as you know, Lance Stephenson typically plays with the second unit. He's the only starter out there in the second quarter. So now, instead of bringing Lance Stephenson and having him run the offense, they could just bring Evan Turner off the bench, let him score the ball, let him rebound, and make compared instead of having to play Lance Stephenson with the second unit. Now, in terms of Lavoy Allen, to be honest, I don't really see him getting much playing time. I know he's a very, very good bench player. He's averaging 5.2 points per game with 5.4 rebounds. But the Indiana Pacers are just loaded in the front court. They have Roy Hibbert. They have yet to play Andrew Bynum, but they have him. They have, at the power forward position, Riscola, who has been producing okay coming off the bench, averaging 7.6 points per game. They also have David West. So unless you're gonna play him at the 3 and put him as Paul George's backup, I don't really see where he's gonna get playing time with this Indiana team. Now, getting to the 76ers, I think this was a pure salary dump because Danny Granger so far this year, coming off the bench, is averaging 8.3 points per game with 3.6 rebounds. Now I think he could give the 76ers 10 to 15 points, but I don't really see him having an impact. The only thing that I see attractive for the 76ers is that contract is coming off the books. But before I go, the last thing I want to say is again, this increases the possibility of the 76ers not resigning Lance. Because even though Lance is a playmaker for the Indiana Pacers, averaging 14 points per game and 5.1 assists, I think they much rather have George Hill man the point and have Evan Turner start at the 2, since Evan Turner is a restricted free agent, and if you tender him, it will only be about $8 to $9 million, as opposed to Lance, who's supposed to be getting 10 or more million per year. So I think this is the final day for Lance Stephenson in Indiana. That's it for right now, guys. Peace.